So here we go, after all the anticipation, we got to see SSERAFIM perform at Coachella, and I honestly was hoping that they would prove us all wrong, but that just was not the case. It was definitely not a performance that would leave people going home talking about it. I just don't know what hype is thinking, like why would you send your girls out performing like that when they clearly aren't ready, and at this point, I just don't think they'll ever be ready. Like, it's honestly so impressive how as soon as Yoonjin joins hype, her vocals regressed. Like I would have considered her back in the day, when they first debuted, I would have considered her their top vocalist. But now, it seems like Chaewon's their top vocalist, and her vocals just regressed, and it's sad to see. Like, even with her new song with Max, the live performance they did, her vocals were so bad. And then when you have to compare it when Alexa performed the same song with Max, how different it was, it's just mind-blowing. Like, she really blew Yoonjin out of the water.
Hi, you came. Babe, I've been waiting for you all day. Married in Vegas, we don't need a guest list. I don't wanna think too much.
Like, at this point, I just think Yoonjin should focus on improving her own vocals instead of making new solo songs. But I think the problem with K-pop right now is that most of the performances are lip-synced with pre-recorded vocals, which is very, like, I don't understand how a company would rather go through all the effort of pre-recording live vocals so it sounds like they're live, but it's spoofed out. Then you know what, let's give our artists some good vocal training so we don't need to do all this. But they'd rather go the route of, let's try to deceive the audience by just pre-recording live vocals so it sounds like they're live, which that doesn't make any sense to me. Another thing is, it's either that or very loud backtrack so you can barely hear the idols who are performing live, which again, I don't consider that a live performance if most of the thing that I hear is your backtrack, because it also gives them a crutch in the way that certain idols won't sing certain lines, because at this point you can't hear them, so what's the point in messing up? And I don't know, it's just so lazy to me, and I think that's really messing up K-pop. I think, and then to go back with like SSERAFIM, and not even just them, but K-pop groups in general, I think one of the main problems is the fact that they clearly are casting people based off of their looks and not based off of talent, because if we're being honest, from debut, all the people in SSERAFIM that really I could see being idol under proper training was Chaewon and Yoonjin. Sakura and Kazuha, I'm sorry I'm saying her name wrong, and Yoonchae. It's like if I was looking to create a group, they would not be the people I would look at. No offense, but they just didn't seem like it was good for them. And so, I just think since a lot of K-pop companies decide looks here are more important than talent, you end up with a bunch of idols who can't perform. They just look good. So that's why they can't perform live. I think another problem is the fact that a lot of companies tend to make idols conform to songs than making songs that play to idols' assets, right? An example of this is from ITZY, Yuna. I think Yuna has a very nice lower register, but for some reason, they be giving her these higher registered type parts, and even after all the editing and tuning and stuff like that, I still don't think it sounds good. Like with, Sneakers, no, what was it, Oh Cake? Or Sneakers, one of them she has like, it was Sneakers. She has like this high note, like, section, and it just doesn't sound good to me. I don't think high notes are her notes, and that's a problem. K-pop companies just think all of their artists can just sing whatever they give them, which is not the case. And then you have your idols looking dumb when they have to perform these lives and can't hit the notes, because those aren't their strength. The same thing with SSERAFIM and Fearless. Clearly, no one in SSERAFIM can do lower ranges. That's just not their thing. Why do you give them a song with, the whole chorus is like lower ranged? I don't know. And if you are going to give them a song like that, maybe teach them how to sing in lower range, because they're not, whenever I see the performances, them singing in lower range, they aren't singing properly. Look, if you go to like an actual singer coach and have them watch the performance, they'll tell you that they are singing the lower notes wrong. And so that's a big problem, I feel like. I just think they just randomly pick, okay, you're going to sing this part, you're going to sing this part, you're going to sing this part. And they don't take any consideration what each person's strengths are and making a song that can cater towards their strengths. So now that's why you have a bunch of idols who can't sing certain parts, because they're out of their range, but for some reason their companies give it to them and I think part of it is because the companies know that they'll just have them lip syncing anyway. So what's the point in, caring about that type of stuff, which is pointless, but I think it's definitely leading to you'll see it with SSERAFIM, at least you saw at Coachella. It was just not for them. They're better. And then people are always comparing, their performances, during their tours and stuff like that. I'm like, it's hard to tell though, because a lot of that can be smoothed over. Coachella was more of a raw experience, and the encore is a more raw experience. And instead of fans, holding their idols accountable, they constantly just find any excuse. That's why I had mad respect for I forget his name, the guy from TXT, because they had a very bad encore recently, and a lot of his fans were defending him and making excuses. But he came on their app, I think it's like Weaver or something, and he came on the app and he said, "These are all just excuses. I know the vocals are bad and I'm going to work to improve." And that is a great response, and that should be what every idol is aiming for. You shouldn't just not aim to improve, because at this point, that's what it feels like SSERAFIM are doing. They see all the criticism that they face, and they decide to not improve. It's like, do you guys care about getting better, proving the hate was wrong? I don't know. It's very weird. And yeah, this is my rant about SSERAFIM, the Coachella Performance, K-pop in general. Subscribe. Thank you.